We understand that many folks have experienced significant floods in the past and that they may feel they can ride it out. The flooding levels we're looking at are potentially historic in nature.
Is warning people to stay vigilant and safe as this atmospheric river continues to bring heavy rain, lots of flooding. It's forcing thousands to evacuate their homes. We have crews out in Skagit and Pierce counties where communities are under immediate go-now evacuations. First, though, Perella Lewis is here to break down what we're expecting overnight. Perella?
Okay, let's get you caught up on the latest. Here it is. Many of us still under flood warnings because of those rivers that are actively flooding. The good news is many of these rivers are starting to recede. Not all of them, but 11 still experiencing major flooding even at this hour, and several will be cresting any moment now, including the Nooksack at Ferndale and Snohomish near Monroe. Expected to crest here at right now, in fact. Skagit at Mount Vernon is likely to crest between 4 and 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. That is also likely going to be another record. And then the Green River near Auburn will continue to rise at times through Saturday morning. By the way, we did break some records, at least 3, as you see here, and then potentially Skagit at Mount Vernon tomorrow. But the Nooksack, Snohomish, Cedar at Renton, and perhaps Skagit as well. We'll have a lot more details on your forecast. We've got some dry time coming before the next round of rain. We'll take a look at all of it in just a few minutes.
The Division Street Bridge is now closed in Mount Vernon as downtown and the west side of the city remain under mandatory evacuation orders. A more than century-old dike is holding as the Skagit River hits record flood levels, but there's still a flash flood watch that's in place just in case the levees fail.
When that pressure builds up, water wants to equalize, and it'll find ways underneath the dike.
The crews built temporary berms over the past 24 hours to shore up that system. Flood walls installed in downtown Mount Vernon also remain in place tonight. Evacuations extend all the way up the Skagit River with 75,000 people forced to leave their homes. Parts of Highway 20 are underwater tonight. King 5's Jim Nelson live in Burlington with the latest. What have you seen there?
Well, Greg, it's bad and only getting worse. That closure on Highway 20 extends for 2 to 3 miles, essentially from Cedar-Woolley all the way here to Burlington. I want to preface this by saying that we are here with permission and under the supervision of the fire department as well as Washington State Patrol. This is the tail end of the closure on the Burlington side. Walk with me. We'll shine our spotlight on the runoff here from that flooded highway. Now coming off here, you can see how fast, how powerful this rushing water is as it drains off. Again, the water still rising at this point. This just a small sampling of what people around here are dealing with tonight. It went from bad to worse in Skagit County.
It's moving real quick. It's coming up real quick, so.
A fast-moving deluge overtaking parts of Highway 20 just north of the river between Cedar-Woolley and Burlington.
The floodwater is in their, in their yards now. So they just sent out some emergency alerts.
Some raced out, others rushed in, clearly concerned about what they left behind. Independent journalist Chris Nelson streams live as the situation unfolds.
Yeah, it's closed. It's all flooded. But as you can see from where we were, it's now at least, half a mile maybe down westbound on 20.
He's been monitoring the entire county all day. And here he watched as cars sunk deeper, as the water crept up the homes and over the railroad tracks.
And we were down here at 8 a.m. There was no water at all, even across the street there. And then we came back at 10. And the water creeped up onto the road, and then we were here when it went across the highway down there a little bit earlier, so.
Alarming us people and confusing wildlife. As everyone soaks it in, that guy who rushed back home emerges with precious cargo, trudging through the water with Gigi.
I couldn't leave her behind, that's my baby, so. She went upstairs, but I could not leave her behind. Like they say, no trolls left behind, right? Yeah, baby, I got you.
Did you come back just for the cat?
Yeah, because we got our puppies already at my mother-in-law's. But my wife, she said, you know what, we can't leave her behind. So I told her, get going to Mount Vernon and I'll go swoop her up. So my friend came and picked me up and we came and got her.
For them, this night went from bad to better. But it is still very much a dire situation. In fact, a fire official just told me that the closure is going to extend a little bit further over on the eastern side of Highway 20. Again, about 3 miles in total. We also just learned that somebody, it never fails, tried to drive through it, thought they could make it, found themselves stuck, needing help to get out. In Burlington, Jim Nelson, King 5 News.
Upstream in Concrete, the Skagit River crested earlier today at 41 feet. That is well past the record set in 2021. Families who have weathered floods before there say they've never seen it this bad. We heard from one man in nearby Hamilton trying to check on his home blocked by flooded roads.
Though we're human and we have emotions and I want to cry, but you know, my house is underwater and I don't know what's left. It's a lot of money that we spent, and not only that, but a lot of time, and you know, I'm glad that me and my family are safe.
Skagit County has opened up shelters, including at Concrete High School. For details on other locations, you can visit our website at king5.com. Up north in Whatcom County, several small towns are being evacuated as the Nooksack River floods. Sumas is almost entirely cut off, with every road closed all the way up to the border. The downtown area is basically underwater. Neighbors say they're trying to help each other save their homes by giving out sandbags.
It just sucks. It's sad to see that people's homes are filled with water and potentially have to move out and start again.
Officials say the Nooksack is even higher than during the devastating floods in 2021. People living in a large Puyallup apartment complex have been forced to evacuate tonight. This is the crossroads at Meridian on North Meridian Avenue, and that complex with nearly 70 units is located right next to the Puyallup River. King 5's Maddie White is live there tonight, where neighbors are helping each other out once again. Maddie?
Right, Greg, and that's because many people who live here came home from work tonight to find all of this water up against their doorstep. Carports submerged, and luckily, neighbors are flooding each other with kindness.
Jacob and Tatiani Cerns aren't taking any chances.
Headed to a friend's house.
After hearing Puyallup police issued them a go now evacuation notice.
It's crazy to see all the help. Like everybody's just coming together, trying their best to do whatever they can for others.
Somebody was evacuating out
Everybody,
of mine,
including Travis Jones.
Travis actually gave you a ride.
Yep.
And that was so nice. I never met him before, but
don't have much time to react.
He's their neighbor who serves in the Army at JBLM.
It's never happened to me, and it's a little confusing.
His apartment is on the first floor with a view of the Puyallup River.
The river is probably 50 meters out.
That's a typical day.
But right now, it's in my backyard, up against the door.
But today's anything but typical.
Which is insane. It's also out front, so it's working its way around the building. Where are you going?
Just ask his cats.
It's only about toe height. It was. And now the floor's all bulged up there. That's from all the water.
Luckily, he's got a shop vac and sandbags. For those who don't, he's helping out.
I told everybody I've met, like, if you need help, I've been working really late, but I'll go to Home Depot. I'll get you sandbags.
A little assistance from friends is inspiring others to pay it forward.
he raced here and started helping me get everything up to higher ground from the garage because we knew that's where it would hit first.
Autumn and Tim Gordon spent the evening in the rain offering help to their neighbors.
So it's the least we can do when it starts to recede from our property is to help anybody else if possible.
Puyallup police are also telling tenants living in the Riverside Park apartments and River Trail apartments just minutes this way to be prepared to evacuate if necessary. Reporting in Puyallup, live, I'm Maddie White. Greg, back to you.
Well, a Thurston County family is grateful for the actions of strangers who helped them get out of floodwaters from the Chehalis River. Erica Woolen says they came to her rescue after she drove into the river, which swallowed the road in Satsop. Her 10-year-old niece and two nephews, 12 and 19, were in the car with her. Woolen says by the time she realized the water was too deep to drive through, her car stalled and then started flooding. Another driver and neighbors jumped into the water to save her.
I'm out there with 3 kids and it's cold and the water's up to our chest, and I don't know what I would have done had it not been for the kindness of of that community that pulled together and asked for nothing in return other than to help us.
Now, she later learned that the road closed signs had floated away in the floods. Neighbors helped tow the car out of the river but couldn't get it started today. And a reminder that you can text the word rivers to 206-448-4545 to see the timelines for river crestings in your area. Highway 410 is closed right now between Enumclaw and Greenwater because part of the road just washed out there. You can see the issue right here. This is why it's not safe to drive there right now. Meanwhile, some major highways are starting to reopen after landslides had shut them down. This afternoon, Highway 2 reopened between Index and Skycomish. It remains closed over Stevens Pass all the way to Leavenworth. That's because of debris still on the road there. The good news is Blewett Pass did open back up late this afternoon, which is the detour to get around Stevens. Highway 18 also reopened this afternoon between Issaquah and Hobart Road and I-90. A slide this morning caused major delays in that area. And then eastbound I-90 is also moving again tonight after that landslide yesterday shut it down for nearly 24 hours. It's been a traffic headache for people living nearby.
2-3 days nonstop rain. It's been bad.
It's scary to see 2 landslides in less than 3 days, and the impact that has on traffic, and just getting anywhere and trying to get home was difficult last night.
The drivers may still run into flooded side roads, road closure signs, and standing water even near major highways. Crews say if you don't have to travel right now, just better to stay at home. For the latest updates, you can text the word closures to 206-448-4545. We'll send you a list of roads and highway closures all around Western Washington.